everybody? This is Trent with SallySpiritReport.com here at Ground Zero in Spartanburg, South Carolina. We are here with Enterprise Earth. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Fucking wonderful.
Good.
All right.
Excellent. Bonerific.
Excellent.
Speaking of boners, you got a little...
Dick.
All right, so just go around. There's a lot of you guys. Just go around and introduce yourselves and what y'all do in the band.
Cliff, I play guitar. Brian, I play bass.
Do I touch this one?
I'm Michael, I play drums.
I'm Dan. I'm vocals.
I'm Will, I play guitar.
Okay, just a little backstory. You guys are still kind of like a new name, for fans and everything. So how'd this all come together, and what does the name Enterprise Earth mean? It kind of sounds like the Earth's kind of like a business from what I can see from it. So
Yeah, me and BJ started the band on the internet because we were kind of limited with musicians in our area, so we decided to outsource
yeah,
and find musicians like that. And so we got together online and started making music, and I guess the name kind of came up because I kind of wanted like a concept of like alien abduction, and kind of want to touch base on that, and like the Illuminati and like all that kind of conspiracy shit.
Okay.
And so the name I kind of got like Enterprise, like you said, like a business or
Yeah.
like a corporation or something like that. Like basically it's like as if the aliens were enterprising the Earth, like literally, like they wanted to turn it into a business where they kind of like control humans and take control and
okay.
that kind of shit.
So like for all the music, is this like a concept band where that's all the songs are going to be about, or is
no,
it kind of...
that was mainly the EP, and like now the name has kind of evolved to mean more like we want to take over kind of thing.
Okay.
So that's kind of where it came from, and that's kind of what it evolved into.
Okay, awesome. So you talked about some music and everything. What do you guys have coming up and stuff? You guys got signed to Stay Sick
Yeah,
and
Stay
everything.
Sick
So
Records.
talk about that. How you guys got in touch with Chris and everything, and what you guys are doing with your music and all that going forward with that.
Yeah, BJ had some connections, like not really connections that would just sign us because for the fuck of it because they're friends, but maybe like he just had the connections for a while, and after we put out some good material, they're like, fuck yeah, let's do something with you guys. And so, I mean, so far we haven't seen much fruit, like, because we're still in the early stages and we haven't released an album yet with them. So, we're pretty optimistic with them, like, our future with them, so.
Okay. Yeah, straight from the signing and everything, the fans online and even people I've seen on the event page here are like, kind of like really stoked on you guys. They're loving your sound. Obviously you have a big guy like Chris who believes in you guys and everything. And so like, what's that like? Getting this like this new fan base pretty fast. With as big as a new band and all that.
Some kid from here, I think his name's Logan Lawson or whatever, photoshopped me into a centaur. That was really cool. That's my favorite part about being an Enterprise youth.
It's pretty cool because I think a lot of us have been kind of like grinding at home for a long time, like playing in bands that not really doing anything. And we just all kind of got this opportunity, but it's awesome to see. I think people have been waiting a really long time to see Dan live.
Okay.
And so a lot of kids are coming out for that, but the music also speaks for itself, so it's pretty cool to just see kids come out and that know the words and want to hang out.
Okay.
BJ, by the way, is also our guitarist who unfortunately had to fly home. I know we've been dropping his name a lot, but he's not with us right now.
Yeah.
Spirit form, yeah.
So, let's talk about you, Dan. People know you from another band and all that. So, what is it like? One thing I've always wanted to know with people like that who deal with two different bands is like, how do you focus writing lyrically or something towards one band, and then how do you focus writing to another band? Like, how is that delegated and everything?
Well, I mean, the record people know me for is Infinite Annihilator, the palpable leprosy of pollution, and basically, I worked with the guys over in England, like through the internet, and they had already like had a whole album of instrumentals written, and they took the liberty of trying to find the most fucked up names they could possibly come up with for each song. So when I joined the band, all the song names were already like pretty much together, like they were done. So what I had to do was connect all the song names and the band name and the album name together into a cohesive concept.
Yeah.
And so I was pretty limited to that because I wanted to bring that concept to life.
Okay.
And in this band, it's kind of cool because like I'm pretty much allowed to do whatever I want. It's like free will. I can just write about feelings, about experiences, about thoughts. So it's kind of funner this way because I'm not like constricted and have to write to a certain concept. I could just do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay, I bet it's
And
awesome.
I love it. Yeah.
So musically and stuff, you guys, I guess who are some guys or bands that inspired you guys to play this kind of music and to push yourselves creatively, I can't say that word, creatively, and to like put out some like really technical but awesome, heavy music and everything.
Fucking Rings of Saturn. That's my favorite band. Rings of Saturn, Periphery. I mean, I don't listen to a whole lot of deathcore, so like joining this band was weird. But it's been cool, like studying up. I fucking checked like Fallujah is badass. I really like Rings of Saturn, Periphery, like I said. Anything with lots of blast beats. Archspire's dope as fuck too. How about you guys?
My only inspiration is Limp Bizkit. That's the only thing that got me into music. West Borland, I love you.
It all makes sense now.
I've loved everything that Whitechapel's ever done.
Okay.
I know that's like probably a super corny answer, but like, and just bands like Oceano and like The Art Is Murder, like the bands that have been doing it for forever, and like, because we want to like bring that sound but with a new feel to it, not just like the same album that you've heard 100 times or whatever. But
Asking Alexandria, there's gonna be like some dance stuff on the new album, some dance breaks.
Oh yeah, on that note, we just wrote a 10-song long album, and it's finished. Like everything's recorded.
Okay.
We're just waiting on masters and label approval for a release date.
Okay.
And it's estimated for winter, which will be awesome.
So anything you can talk about that, like in terms of like I guess guest appearances or producers or anything, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, there's a guest vocalist on there that a lot of people have been begging me to work with. And I've been wanting to work with a while. I've actually worked with him in the past, but I'm not going to drop his name yet because I want it to be a surprise.
Okay.
Joel
And
from Rings did a guest solo.
Also, of course, Adam from Oceano is on a song, but we already released that single, so people should already know that. And it's fucking badass. I've always wanted to be on a song with him, so.
That's cool, yeah. You said Rings of Saturn's on it?
Or Joel Omen's ex Rings of Saturn's on it, and I get to play his solo, so that's cool. I'm excited. It'll be fun.
All right, sweet. So is your boss man, Chris, dropping some vocals on this record, or did he sit out on that one?
No, we really didn't ask him. We already wrote the album and like had already planned everything out before we got signed. But it would be pretty tight in the future if he could drop something on it. That'd be cool. I mean, I'm not going to say no in the future. I definitely would like him to be on and be tight.
I just want him to scream "suck my fuck" for his entire guest spot.
So this label has like you guys are probably by far the heaviest band on the label, aside from the Plot and You and everything. But so what's it like having this diverse lineup and relatively I guess newer bands and stuff coming up and stuff like. Where do you see the vision of this band going with this label and everything, and new careers and new album? Like, how long do you see you guys doing this and everything? Like,
Snakeskin pants, definitely. I want to do it till I'm at least 60, be the next Keith Richards. So I don't want to have to wear shirts for too much longer.
I actually really like being signed to like a newer label, just because I feel, especially like one that's like managed by someone that's in a band, because especially Franz is way more about music than most labels are. A lot of them are about, he's about that life. But he's been super great to work with. He's super easy to get a hold of, and he's like, anytime he tweets about us, our Twitter explodes because he has such a massive social media presence. But I think it's a good fit for us, and we definitely don't mind being like the heaviest band on a label.
Going on to that about the signing and stuff, I don't know if you answered it earlier. It must have slipped my mind or something. But how did he actually find you guys? How that come about?
Like I said, BJ had some connections that he was working with, and they really weren't that interested until we released some good stuff and saw good responses.
Okay.
And so after they saw the good responses, I think that they were interested.
Okay.
And just
awesome.
made it happen.
All right, sweet. So what do you guys got going on after this tour and stuff? I'm sure you guys are like hitting the road again after this, correct?
A lot of jerking off.
We have a lot of stuff planned, but nothing is announced yet, so we can't especially talk about anything. But we should have a big 2016. Okay. So I'll leave it at that.
All right. So speaking of, in the coming months, December's around the corner, and freaking Star Wars is coming out. And this man has a freaking sick tattoo right here and a whole sleeve actually and everything. So talk about this and your love for Star Wars for a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's going to be unfinished for a long time because we don't make a lot of money doing this. But basically, it's just like the original trilogy theme. I have like Boba Fett, all the main guys. My knuckles are dark side. I got my lightsaber tattoo on my finger.
Oh, that's sick.
Basically, I just love Star Wars.
Okay.
about it.
See, I don't know if the camera can say, but you have a little outline, some little outline.
Well, yeah, I actually had an artist named Kyle Berg starting it. I just didn't like the direction it was going, so I switched. So it's kind of getting remapped. So I don't know if you can see under this, it was originally going to be Han Solo and Carbonate.
Okay.
So it's kind of just getting reworked, but
Okay.
I've been working on it for like 2 years. It's not
So, if you could be any Star Wars character, if you could make yourself a Star Wars character, what kind?
Darth Vader.
Well, if you could be your own character, what kind would you be? Like a rogue Jedi who's on both sides, or
I'd be Sith for sure.
you would?
Dark side, man. Come on.
Oh, nice. Is
Prostitute droid.
Although
I wanna be a
I was
penis droid?
suck robot dick.
1 year I was I dressed as a Jedi with a mustache and a sombrero and went as ObiWan Kenobi. So I was,
That's awesome. What about that on your neck? Is that anything Star Wars, or is that something completely
no, it's
different?
just my own thing. I just had the dude draw.
Okay. All right, you guys all Star Wars fans? Any Star Wars theme songs coming on the record or anything, or references?
I wrote some songs about Star Wars. I wrote a beatdown song about Qui-Gon 2 New Year's ago, and it was about the fucking in the first episode where he says there's always a bigger fish, and then fucking it was just like 2 minutes long of one breakdown and him saying there's always a bigger fish, just like looped over and over with lightsaber samples and shit. I haven't released it, but one of these days.
You need to make that like a hidden track, 13 minutes into the last song on the new record, and people are like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna let it sit here for a bit. Oh, snap.
I don't want to say it's the best song ever, but it's the best song ever.
Okay. Do what?
Nothing.
Oh.
Jorge from Adalia just showed us his penis.
Hey, fuck
Oh.
you, Jorge.
Hit the one on his leg's bigger. I think.
It's definitely not. I want to go on record by saying Jorge from Adalia is hung like a fucking horse.
How do you feel about that? You talk a lot about penises.
Austin Coop is my lover.
I got a couple of quick fun ones for you guys, and we'll wrap it up here. If this tour were a bunch of tribes on Survivor, and your band was its own tribe, which tribe would win?
We definitely would not win.
Would have got voted off the first episode. For sure.
I think Adalia would probably win.
Oh, they were saying King Conquer would win.
Really? I don't know.
Well, that's because
King Conquer's
I
like
feel
Hoss.
like Adalia would probably win.
Okay.
They have the most members.
What about you guys yourself? If your band was a tribe, which member would win?
Me, obviously.
Why's that?
Because I'm me.
Okay, there you go. Who would go home first?
BJ, because he went home first.
He's already gone. He's already off the island. And one last one. If Taylor Swift could write a song about you, whether you're dating her, you married her, or you're just hanging out with her, and she wrote a song about you, what would it be called, and what would it be about?
Awkward sex.
Robot kickboxing.
I'm like 100% sure that I forgot the name of the song. There's straight up a Taylor Swift song about me already.
Which album?
It's the one. It says no. It's not 22. It's the one before that. Red. I think it's Red. But
Song or album?
no, that album. I can't think of the name of the song.
Trouble?
No, it's like the one that says like I can't think of it. I love
She's
Taylor
not dating
Swift.
you now.
No, we already broke up.
You forgot her name. You forgot her song, so she's not gonna
I
date you.
seriously like want to think of this so bad. I'm gonna look at my phone.
Okay.
Sorry, internet.
Pass it around while you do that.
Yeah,
so
okay, here you
for
go.
other answers.
I'm really bad with on-the-spot questions like that, so I don't know. You might have to come back to me.
He doesn't have a clue, maybe?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
If Taylor Swift was gonna write it, so the question is like, if she was gonna write a song about me, what would it be called?
Whether you dated her, married her, or...
I had a dream once where we were in the FBI together, and it was like 40 years in the future, so there was AI and shit, like robots, and we were on this squad, because, like, you know, everyone's worried about AI taking over the world and shit, because, like, it's getting smarter and smarter every day, you know, Stephen Hawking saying shit like that. And so in my dream, we were this squad of, like, elite AI fighters. We were the robot kickboxing team, and we both had sweet, like, snakeskin pants in the dream, and we could both do lots of backflips, and Yeah, Austin Coop from Adalia was in it too. He was there. He was wearing the snakeskin pants. But yeah, so if she was gonna write a song, it would be called Robot Kickboxing, because in my dream that's what we were doing. We had to take down like this whole robot hierarchy of warlords and shit, and I don't know. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool in my dream. We got along pretty well. So FBI partners, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys have one or?
Michael's got one.
Dubstep remix of Who Let the Dogs Out.
That song's about you?
Yeah.
Okay. You said you remembered yours now?
Yeah, it's the song Hours. There's like a line where it's like I love the gap between your teeth, and like I love the riddles that you speak, and then it's like something about like what my father says about your tattoos or something like that. And then also Stay is like on record the best song in the world.
You got something stuck in between.
I will say though, I think she's a little kind of likes metal because her Trouble video, band called The Great Commission was in that. So she might see this and so.
Yeah, Bad Blood. I love every Taylor Swift song.
Awesome! It's awesome how many bands I interview and stuff and that play heavy stuff and all of them love Taylor Swift.
We don't even listen to like nobody. I don't think we listen to anything heavy in the van. Like
We listened to Eminem for like 9 years the other night.
Eminem and like The Fray.
Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino. Shout out Childish Gambino.
Love me some Nickelback.
All right, real quick before we wrap it up. Top 5 tour jams. This is all on the spot right here. I haven't asked this one yet. Top 5 tour jams. Tour jams, like top 5 songs.
My dick. Mickey Avalon. My dick.
The new
Mickey Avalon.
Kublai Khan.
Do what?
The new Kublai Khan album.
Okay. What about you guys? Or
Dance Gavin Dance.
Yeah, we listened to a lot of Dance Gavin Dance on this tour.
Yeah.
Instant Gratification.
The entire Sempiternal album from.
Yeah, or Drown. That song is sick. Happy song is sick. Yeah, pretty much everything.
All right. So is there anything else you guys want to talk about or promote before we wrap it up?
I am getting sunburn.
I think
Right
we all
now.
are. Yeah, your shoulders are pretty white though, so you could
Really hot.
use a little, and it comes off. Dynamite areolas.
I tried.
Patient Zero should be out.
Oh,
this
yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
Patient Zero out this fall, November, October-ish,
Okay.
somewhere around there.
Records.
Stay Sick Records.
All right. Well, if that's everything, I'm Trent with Sally Spit Report. This is Enterprise Earth. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay sick.